All right. This is a short piece on time management. A thought that's been sitting with me recently is that most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in a week. And that's kind of the seed for this whole thing. I'm Thomas Whittington, and back in May, I saw this thing called a labubu and immediately thought, yeah, obviously I want one. Give me the set. Like one box, please. And I think in doing so, the algo got me. My timeline was filled with all these amazing mods that people were doing. The custom dyes, these crazy outfits, BBLs. I think people went overboard. But somewhere in that scroll, I had seen this insanely decorative crown someone had made. And it turns out it was this 900-piece metal puzzle by a company called Piececool, and I bought it. And on the back of the packaging, it said 18 hours to complete. And overconfidently, I told myself, "Oh, I'll speed run through this over the weekend." I just picked up this new camera and figured I'd film the process and make something out of it. Well, those hours turned into days and days into weeks and weeks into months. And it's crazy how some lessons kind of circle back no matter how certain I am that I've kind of mastered them already. Which is, I tried with all the excitement in the world to just imagine the crown into existence. But the reality wasn't quite magic. What it was this quiet, repetitive, daily meditative grind. Parts would break, my hands would shake, and my patience certainly wore thin. And through all of that, I found myself talking to myself, hyping myself up, second guessing what I did, reliving old conversations, interactions that had nothing to do with the puzzle, but I think everything to do with how I felt in the moment trying to finish it. Best way I can kind of describe it, it was that it felt like writing lines on a chalkboard over and over, but it was like self-imposed, and I just felt crazy. But as I kept moving forward, I was building momentum. I was really getting confident with how it was turning out, and bam, my hard drive crashed. Months of footage just kind of like instantly vanished. And so what you're seeing now really isn't the story I planned, but I'm telling myself it's the one that wanted to be told. I got to this point in the home stretch, I would say, where I remembered this conversation I had with a close friend, and he was saying that any value that you're extracting today is the result of the work that you put in yesterday, and whatever you're doing right now is a bet on a better tomorrow. And so to me, in that moment, like he nailed it. That's time management. It's not these like productivity hacks. Excuse me. It's not your calendars. But it's like those like quiet little deals that you're constantly making with your past, present, and future self across time. I kept building. I filmed what I could. The ground still got made, and a story got told. This is what endured, and this is time management.